Well, it began for me actually as my husband was diagnosed with 3 different forms of lymphoma over a 8-year span of time, and I was his primary caregiver, and began writing about our experiences at the suggestion of our support group. And then 6 months after he had a bone marrow transplant, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And the book sort of took a different turn as I started to find out that there's not a whole lot of resources for caregivers out there that are focused on self-care for the caregiver. There's a lot out there that's focused on how to take better care of the patient, but not a whole lot out there on how to take better care of you. And I started finding out that research shows that that caregivers are more likely to get sick from caregiver stress as a result of their immune system bottoming out, and they are more likely to get life-threatening illnesses after a round of caregiving, and that's certainly been my experience and certainly what happened to me. So I thought I would try and help alert other caregivers to the fact that their lives are, you know, somewhat at risk if they don't take care of themselves while they're caring for someone else.
Right. So you felt like there was a direct correlation then between you caring for your husband and then getting cancer yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I didn't take care of myself as well as I normally did because I was focused in crisis mode, taking care of him and, you know, trying to help him through some difficult times.
Right. But fortunately, you guys are both doing well now.
We're both healthy and happy. Yep,
That's great.
absolutely.
Well, tell me what it was. You mentioned that there was a lack of information on caregiving. Was that the primary reason that you wanted to do this, or was it maybe an opportunity to kind of tell your story as well, and maybe from the perspective of someone that's been down that road, I think maybe people are more responsive perhaps to that?
I think it's a little bit of both. You know, as we continued to, you know, be around different hospitals and be around different support groups, we started finding out that there are very few husband and wife couples that actually get diagnosed with serious illness, you know, right back on top of each other. And so we thought, well, you know, if there's one thing that I've learned in the course of my life, it's that if my experience can't help somebody else, it's not worth very much. And so I always try and use my experiences to help others so that other people can benefit from those experiences and not have to go through the same thing that I've been through.
How long's the book been out now?
It's been out actually just about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, okay. So you probably haven't had an opportunity to get a whole lot of response. I would imagine maybe there's been a few that have read it.
I did a small print run last year and sent it out for preview, and it's been well received in terms of, you know, people saying it's a great little manual to help people focus on themselves, and it gives people permission to take care of themselves is one of the most consistent pieces of feedback I've gotten. So.
As far as availability, can people get this in bookstores, or are you primarily through your website?
It should be able to be ordered through your local bookstore. You can also order it through my website, which is www.caregiversurvivalsite.com.
Okay. And you're going to have copies available here tonight, of course?
Absolutely.
And also tomorrow, you said from 4 to 8?
That's right. We'll have another book signing tomorrow night, and copies will be available then as well.
Okay. Con, did you have anything you wanted? I think I got it. Anything else, Jenny, you want to mention?
No, I think that's
Okay.
it.
When did your mom pass away, Dan?
When I was 4, people that I grew up with, she was my mom. And, yeah, yeah. So that's yeah. So most people, I mean, I've had some people.
Oh, okay.
And has let's see, my
Behind you, 2 years or
3.
3? Okay. We went to school together at every step, didn't we? We went to the parkade and then. Yeah.
You know, everybody in Iowa called them the choke eyes rather than the
Oh,
hawk
is that
eyes,
right?
'cause, yeah, they had a history of.
Well, we stopped at the bridges in Madison County and we went north and looked at Ames and just, you know, some of the stuff up that way and never
More,
Okay.
because it was the only person I knew who'd ever gotten a divorce. So it was like,
Yeah,